I don't really have much time today, but I was asked to do a video on Buddhism. And I know I'm going to forget, and it's such a good idea. So I'm going to just drop everything and get to this video. Um, if there was a religion that I would believe in, it would be Buddhism. But like everything else, it is not perfect. It won't give you the answers to everything. Um, Look at Buddhist monks. Did they have the answer to everything? Did why? Meditation is another thing that I'm kind of disagreeing with. Although they are a direction, it's a tool, but it's not the only tool. It won't be the save all tools. We need many tools. But if there was a religion, if there was something that was a ritual in your belief system, Buddhism would be the best because it doesn't judge other people. It doesn't see itself as the Buddha is the only God. It's almost like, from my interpretation, I always feel welcome. I never feel judged by anybody that is involved in Buddhism. I find people that are involved in Buddhism are more calm, they're more forgiving types of people. They tend to focus on the positive and not the negative, which is the major downfall. Um, Same with meditation, is you calm your brain down, and you're trying to get rid of all of the voices in your head, and it's like you do need a completely different mindset to see where the flaws are in those tools. And most people that are calm and meditate, are involved in Buddhism, they still get health issues. They still um, are having challenges with global issues. And if we are all playing a part of that, then they are as well. If somebody on the planet actually knew the answers to everything and lived it by example, then the whole world would shift rather fast. That is not to say that I am living it perfectly. I'm working towards it. It's like I have the goal. I know what it is I need to do. I can see the insanity within my own mind, and I need to work through all of that insanity to get to the point where I need to get to, which is what we all need to do. We all need to work through all of your shit. And it's slow if you're working by yourself with it. If you have friends, you have community that's in supportive of you working on your shit, and you're supportive of them working on your shit, it happens rather fast. It's not um, the challenge. The challenge right now is the structure of our global economic systems. That it's like two different worlds. When we're doing everything right, let's call that world one. Right now, we're in world two, where everything's wrong. So you have to live as if you're in world one, doing everything right, while trying to feed yourself and do everything in world two, where everything is wrong. That's the challenge. But if everybody did it all at once, it would be instant. It would transform into world one mentality. Um, so that is the challenge, is the more people are awake and aware to where we need to go, this transformation, this shift, then it happens fast. So it's going to be really hard and really challenging. It's not even actually hard, it's just being aware. But um, it will take longer. It may seem a lot more frustrating for the first few that are making that transformation, which I haven't seen anybody even know what they need to transform into. I see a lot of people that say, this is how you ascend. They're all wrong. They're all missing a piece of the puzzle, just like Buddhism is missing a piece of the puzzle. And um, every ounce of everything that we think is right on this planet involves an aspect of only looking at the positive. Buddhism very much only looks at the positive. The problem with us today is that we block and ignore all problems. We run away from evil. Like we don't want to poke that bear and see what he wants, like that story of the lion that had a thorn in his foot. This lion that's attacking you and roaring and looking really angry and frustrated. And then the little kid finds out that the lion has a little sliver in his toe, so he takes the sliver out, and all of a sudden the lion is not as angry anymore, kind of loves the person that took the thorn out. Well, that's what evil is. That's what Satan is. And Satan is this big, huge, lion roaring, gonna do as much damage because it's frustrated, angry, and we don't want to go there. We don't want to find out what the hell is all this anger about. What the hell is all this manipulation about? We don't want to find out what the root want and desire is through, that experience. But when you do face that and you give your enemies, you give Satan what it wants, then it goes away. And it's not what you think it is. That is the problem. Is you want to think Satan's a killer, but what you want to do is find out, why does Satan want to be a killer? Satan wants to be a killer because of something else, and you have to get to that cause. What is that something else that Satan wants, that is causing him to be a killer? When you get rid of that, then you get rid of all of evil. And that's where this evolution is we're going to learn how to solve all problems. All problems are evil. All problems are negative energy. All problems are just a lack of information. The solution is nothing more than information. If you knew the correct information to solve the problem would just disappear. So globally, all we're doing is missing a ton of information. And what's the government trying to do? Suppress information and keep things secret, because that's where evil plays. Is as long as we keep everything a secret, nobody will really know what's going on, and we can manipulate the hell out of everything. So I kind of get excited when I see, WikiLeaks and a lot of information. Now, when you get, all information out there, you're going to be dealing with a lot of lies. So it's up to you to be able to tell the difference between what a lie is and what isn't a lie. And this is where we're all going to escalate our mental illness state of mind, because we're not going to trust ourselves. If you're going to believe in something, find out it's a lie. Somebody's going to say this, another person's going to say that, and you're going to be, I don't know what the fuck is going on, and you won't know what direction, and you'll be in a state that I was in. What I went through is what everybody else is going to go through, and you're going to have to work through it. But when you find out everything is a lie, and you trusted yourself to function in the world, it doesn't matter how loving you are, it doesn't matter if you're into Buddhism, it doesn't matter how you meditate, doesn't matter anything. When you find out you couldn't trust yourself to know the difference between right and wrong, and the whole system is screwed up. I knew the system was screwed up when I was a kid, but yet I still didn't, was shocked for a couple of years. I was stunned. I was in, actually, probably for a good 5 years, I was dealing with post-traumatic stress, and ended up not being able to trust myself, because obviously I couldn't handle anything. I couldn't communicate with anybody. Everybody's dealing with lies, and yet if I spoke the truth, it was me that was looking like a liar. It was me that was being called mentally ill, and it's like, wait a minute, I'm not mentally ill, you are. So there was the stage for me that was doubting myself, even though I knew to trust in myself, there was a sense of not trusting. You have to learn to trust yourself again and feel comfortable with yourself, which is why I started this YouTube channel, because it's like, okay, I can't communicate with anybody. I know how to talk, but it just seems, with every year that's going by, the less I'm able to communicate with people. I used to be able to communicate with just about anybody. Now it's like 1% of people, because what I talk about is not well accepted, and I'm sort of accepting of that. But to get with Buddhism, uh, because I wanted to make this tape about Buddhism, I definitely would recommend that if you're going to believe in something, that is one aspect to believe in. I do recommend meditating, but um, you need to do other steps, because when you meditate and you start getting yourself real calm and peaceful, if you shouldn't have any problems. You shouldn't, after you meditate, your world should be amazing. You should, see everything amazing in the world, which means when, without a doubt, there's a child being sexually abused, you'd see that. So when you come out of your state of meditation and your state of, la la land, and you're happy, how come you're so happy when you are watching a child be, sexually abused? And even if it's not in front of you, how come you're not aware of it? How come on this planet in today's time you don't know the suffering of other people? Um, so that's my recommendation. I do believe you need to calm down. Meditation is a good direction, although I can't do it. I meditate in different ways. I focus on my breathing. I might take a ton of baths in one day if I need to calm down. But once you're in that calm down state of being, then you need some other tools. That's when I would recommend this, knowing this holodynamics. Um, Otherwise, if you're meditating or believing in any religion, even if it's Buddhism, and you don't know anything about holodynamics, which is a tool that can help you solve every problem known to the human experience, it's not going to do you any good. And at the same time, holodynamics doesn't have all the answers, because it's not identifying the unknown problem. If you make a complaint or you make an excuse for any problem that's on the planet, you are directly the creator of your own problem. There's nobody to blame, and that's the hard pill to swallow. Even Buddhism, to the most part, Buddhism teaches that you are responsible. It is a karma. There's so much about Buddhism that I do support 100%. It's just lacking the ability to transform problems into solutions. It does not face the bear and transform the bear. Buddhist monks, they're still, they got a reason why they need to meditate. They got a reason why each and every day they need to meditate, because the problems haven't been solved. If we're living in a perfect world, there is no need to meditate. So the fact that you need to meditate means we've got global problems that you haven't solved yet. So I haven't seen any monk, I haven't seen anybody that's meditating that knows the answers to something. They didn't meditate and find their answer. And that's where we need to go into, is if you have a religion, if you have a belief system, it should be a path towards giving you the answer to every freaking thing you want to know, and know without a doubt you're 100% right about it. Not to say that I am there yet. I am in process. I know exactly where my insanity is. I face my insanity each and every day, and each and every day I whittle down that insanity. So I'm getting better every day, and every day gets better and better. If you seen me 3 years ago, I probably look like that mental patient that locked me in my house a couple of weeks ago. The guy that fell through the roof and knocked on my door. It's like, why did I attract that? But that's the shape I was in, and I had to heal myself because the medical world was saying can't cure her, give her a ton of pills, and I was not about to take any more of their pills because they didn't work. But I'm doing fine. Peace out.